Hi everyone, it's Sue here from Scrappy Doo Sue. I hope everyone's okay. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to do number 18 of the collage series that I've been doing using the Margarete Miller 50 prompt cards. I've added in a few of my own because I seem to keep drawing the same ones. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a, I don't know what it is, whether I'm getting a cold or whether I've got hay fever. I'm not a big hay fever sufferer, but I do get it on and off during the year. Yeah, I'm not feeling brilliant today, but we're going to plough on. So these are the 50 prompt cards, and those are the few that I put in of my own. These are the ones we picked out at the end of number 17. And I decided now that we're just going to pick 5 out and we're going to go with those regardless. I'm not substituting or anything. So I picked out a chocolate or candy wrapper, an old post-it note, cough drop or gum wrapper, a clothing tag and an underwater creature. Now, I don't really eat much gum. And I try to steer clear of chocolate because once I start on that, I can't stop. So I'll show you the things I've got. I've had to bite the bullet and go on to Google and Google a gum wrapper. I do have some gum in my car, but it's in a plastic pot. That's more or less how, if I buy any, it's usually in the car and it's usually in a pot like that. So I'll show you what I found. Okay, for the underwater creature, I've got a lovely octopus sticker here with all his tendrils, his suckers and everything, and he's a lovely colour. So I've got him. And then the clothing tag, I do keep clothing tags because I usually turn them into tags anyway. So I've got this one from Jules, and it's got a lovely family scene on with the dog and a pheasant and a house in the background in the hills. So I'm going to use that one. So that's the clothing tag. The cough drop or gum wrapper, I've gone for the gum wrapper, and I just printed off 2 of the popular ones in the UK. So there's Wrigley's spearmint chewing gum, and these are the sticks, and the juicy fruit sticks. I haven't, and that's another Wrigley's one, I haven't got a wrapper at all. These are individually wrapped inside with what looks like silver paper. And I do remember when I did eat it, when I, was younger, he used to make things out of the silver paper. I don't know if anyone else did. And one of my favourite things to make was actually a little wine goblet. So, that reminded me of that today when I saw these. So, I'm going to use those, or one of them. And then an old post-it note. I've still got some old post-it notes my husband gave me from a company he worked for. So, and that's a nice bright yellow. So that's that. And a chocolate or candy wrapper. As I say, I try not to buy sweets and I try not to buy chocolate because once I start, I can't stop. So my husband takes chocolate bars and things to work for his lunch, which I don't touch. And one of his favourites is, it's a take on the wagon wheel. It's a jammy kind of biscuit chocolatey bar. And we buy them from Aldi in the UK, and they're actually called cartwheels. So that's a wrapper that I had to get out of the bin, which he's torn down. So obviously tipped that out of his lunchbox probably yesterday, or probably yesterday actually. So we'll use that, I think, because it is a chocolate wrapper. Really, it's not like Cadbury's chocolate, but it's the closest I can find in the house. So that's what I'm going to use. Right, so we're still using the spiral bound scrapbook, which this time round is white paper. When I did the Margarete Miller 56-week collage challenge, I used a craft coloured spiral bound scrapbook, but this is just as nice. So we're going to get started now. I'm going to put something on in the background to just give it a bit of oomph, and I'm going to think about what that's going to be. Now I've said it, I don't know what that will be. I keep a little pouch of scraps which I keep in this scrapbook for this particular thing. So we've got scraps of book page here, and let's see what else have we got in here. Got a bit of music paper, and we've got some of this decoupage paper. We might use a bit of that. Just going to put it on as a background piece. I'm just having a quick look through here to see if there's anything else that I might like to use actually. These are all kind of things that I've used in the collage that I might want to keep, really, to continue using. That's a nice edge from a page that's blank, so that's nice. So I think we'll just collage with a bit of that and see how we get on. Okay, so I'm going to find my glue book if I can. I've got bits of glue book everywhere. I had a big new kind of paperback novel, so all I did really was rip a piece off and this disappeared. Honestly, my desk is like the TARDIS. And things just seem to just go missing, and I don't know, and it's not look like I've got massive room. I haven't, so maybe we'll do without the glue page then. We're not going to waste time. Right, just going to get the glue stick, and we'll just, you know, just going to tear bits of this and put it on as a bit of background. So I'm going to put that on because I like the colour of it. So I do keep bits of, this is probably from one of the book pages I've used in the past, so just let's put that there. I don't want to think too long and hard about this. I just want to kind of add a bit of interest on the background for these things to go on. So we're going to put that up there, and that's quite a political paper, so I don't want the picture on the back. It's a cartoon of some politician, so I don't want that. So I'm just kind of filling in a bit of the background. This edge piece may have come from this political paper. I've only got scraps of it actually. We're just going to pop that there, and maybe we'll pop another piece of this down here, and we'll see what we've got left. You know, if we need to fill in anything. So I don't mind the shapes of this, and I don't make it all even. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've got. So let's cut these out. They came out quite big actually. I did 2 on one page, but when it's for Google, you know, there's not really much of, well, not on my printer settings on my phone. There wasn't much that I could do with it. I think I'm going to use both pieces. I'll just think about that though. So we've got the post-it note to put on, and the lovely octopus. That's why I haven't covered the centre really much, because I think we'll pop some of those pieces in there. Don't know what that black line is. And we can use that as glue page actually, this scrap. Right, so we've got our post-it note, which is sticky at the top because it comes in a pad. So I might just put that there and put some glue down underneath. like so. Find a glue, dry cloth. So the glue is probably not that brilliant at the top because it's old. Let's see. Oh, we've got my cartwheel wrapper here, which is ripped, sadly. I'm just going to take the back off of that so that it lays flat. It's very sticky because it's jammy and chocolatey, and ugh, and it's been in the bin. I'm going to have to wash my hands afterwards. I don't like mucky hands, you know, I've said that before many times. Don't know why, but I just don't like the feeling of stuff on my hands. So, oh, I've now torn and even another bit off. Oh dear, this is not looking good, but I'll just cut that bit off because it's impeding it. So they're called cartwheels, and I just kind of want that. Ooh, now we've got the clothing tag, and we've got a cartwheely thing. I may not need to put two. So we've got a, that could go there, and maybe this down here. That's difficult to know where, and then I've got to place my so it's not going to look very pretty. This is not really difficult to I don't know which way. I think he's round that way, kind of. I don't suppose it matters. So I can see that's his head and his eyes, but it's looking down onto him. So, and it is a sticker, so so put something in the top of that tag, I think, as well. Let me just get my scrap jar and see what we've got. Have we got a scrap of anything? Very sticky fingers. That may be okay. I use this scrap jar to make clusters and things and all sorts. Yeah, I think that might be the only long enough piece. What's this here? Oh, this piece, that's nice. It's a piece of like string. Oh, it's quite long. I don't know why. Oh, I don't know why that's in there. I'll have to get that out. So put that down, take off all the, they pick up fibres from each other in this pot, but it's a handy jar, so, and I could see exactly what's in it. It has come very handy. So right, you can still see me, I hope. We've just got to pop that through there. Like that. Okay, so we could have that at an angle. Oh, right. So that's a post-it note. Put that at an angle. Let's pop that off for a minute. It's irritating me. And let's pop our thing there. I think might put them on first. Then we think about that after. And then I'll stick that awful sticky thing on afterwards. So let's put the juicy fruit on. It's quite a nice flavour, but I don't eat a lot of gum simply because I find it loses its flavour very quickly. Although when you're trying to lose weight, it's a good thing to perhaps go to. So, you know, you're chewing something and sometimes that does help to stop you wanting other things, you know. So, and they're good for, you know, you could get some nice gums that are kind of teeth, good for your teeth and that sort of thing. So I'm having that at an angle because that's what I want. Let's peel off this octopus and let's pop him. I don't mind if it covers some of the background paper we've put on. That was the idea of it, just have bits peeking through. So there's our lovely octopus. And then we've got this sticky, horrible, nasty thing to go on. I just have to stick it down like that, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. I kind of want the whole wrapper on so that I could see what it is. We could shorten it a bit by taking this end off. That might help, because then we'll lay flatter. So if we kind of have that, I think it's sticking itself down with jam. Oh dear, sorry, that was a bit of a cackle, wasn't it? I'm terrible. What a funny laugh. Not. What about if we put this down somehow here, and then this cartwheel. God, Paddy, please don't start. Honestly, it's terrible, as you know. He just doesn't think anyone else should be around this district. And I'm just going to put that peeking up like that, just to fill in. I wonder if I can get that up. I can't now because I used dark glitter on it, because it's thick. Now maybe we'll just pop that there and just cut off the end. That might be... I don't really know why I'm putting it on as well. I just think I might as well now I've actually decided to print it out. So we'll just cut the end off like that. Gosh, I didn't make a very good job of that, did I? Oh, my nose is running, my throat feels funny, my eyes hurt. Apart from that, I'm okay. I hope you are too. We could stick that in the bin. Or we could make it look like it's coming up at the top. I don't know. Anyway, let's stick this down. Maybe we just take that bit off now because it doesn't want to stay. And I think I'll use some art glitter for this. Oh, it's very sticky. So I'm just going to pop a bit in there. And so this is a very unusual collage today. You never know what they're going to turn out like, do you? I think that's a great thing about them. So let's have that like that. We'll give that a real press down. So the cartwheels like so. Let's get that a press down. Well, I don't want that on really. Hopefully that's going to stay stuck down like so. Well, that's turned out very unusual, hasn't it? I have got a number 18 for like week 18 that we could, and I'm going to keep the brown edge. Let's cut that out. This is for week 18, or number 18 really. I want to put something in the middle there, so we'll think about that. I'm going to put that up the top, because I don't want it in the middle. It's not the focal point. I don't really want a middle focal point. I try to avoid that if I can. I don't know why, but that's how I do my collages. Just wondering whether to use that. No, I think don't think we will. What I will do is I'll bring out the sticker book where that octopus was. There are some more kind of underwater things, so I think there's a small octopus in here. Maybe we'll put 2 octopus. What would they be called? Octopi? Is octopus plural of octopus? Is that octopi? I don't know. Is that such a thing, or have I made that up? Let's see. Octopi. I did see another one here, but I've got to find the page. I think it was near the back. Ah, here we are. So I've got, well, I don't actually thinking about it. Oh, there it is. Now, yeah, let's put this one on. That book has been very, very handy indeed. So, well, should I just put it there and have that as a... It's not quite a focal point because it kind of joins up with that one. So I'm just going to pin my art glitter glue. Oh, if I could see to do it. And this is very sticky and horrible, this glue stick now. Tidy up and we'll recap. And we have an old post-it note here in the background. We have a clothing tag here. It's a Jules one. It's a brand in the UK. Chocolate or candy wrapper. I've got a chocolate wrapper from a chocolate jammy mallow biscuit. Underwater creature. I've got a couple of octopus. So I don't know if that is a word, octopi. And a cough drop or gum wrapper. I've had to print gum wrappers because I don't have gum wrappers in the house. So that's my number 18, I'm going to call it, instead of week 18, because I don't know. It's not really a series. It is a series. What I mean is it's not... see, I've used jellyfish there. See, the same prompts keep coming out, but never mind. So I'm just going to write on here hashtag 50 prompt cards week 18. There. So that is it. There we have it. Very unusual, but they all are. I mean, if you look back through them, they're all quite unusual. I like that one. That's a nice one. That's nice. I do say so myself. Yeah, there are a few that I really like and a few that I'm not too keen on. I really like that one. I do like using some, and I like that one actually, but I do actually like using some magazine pages. So that's it. Right, before we go, so we'll put that to one side. We're going to draw the 5 prompts for next week. As this goes on, I may reduce it down to 3, 4, like that. Eventually, maybe just one thing, one item, and then just collage freely round it. That's quite nice to do. So I just take these out, and I am just going to give these a shuffle, but it doesn't seem to make an awful lot of difference. I'm not the best shuffler in it. Oh, that one's jumped out. Oh, an animal. Great. That's a new one. So we have an animal. Excellent. Let's take that one. We have an art scrap. Good. That's 2. Sound like a Looney Tune, don't I? Right. A piece of washi. Great. There's lots of things we can do with washi. And handwriting or cursive writing. Okay, and then we take one from my homemade ones, and these are not easy to shuffle actually, and I don't want to look. Oh no, I'm not having water again, I'm sorry, I had water last week. Let's take that one. Oh no, water wants to keep coming out. Fruit. Let's try fruit. Excellent. I should have made my homemade ones the same size as these. Then it would have been okay. Maybe I'll transfer them and put them onto bigger pieces of card, so I can still use these. So next week, number 19 is going to be made up of a piece of washi tape, an art scrap, fruit, an animal, and handwriting or cursive writing. So that will be interesting, won't it? So we look forward to seeing you again then, when you'll find out what unusual things I may or may not have to collage with next time. Take care everyone. Bye bye.